It's time once again to turn back the clock and take a look at Swindon from a time gone by. More Swindon Through the Years, comparing the images from the past with those of a modern Swindon. And this time we're turning back the clock to the 1990s. It was boom time for Swindon, expansion, conversion and improvements, all captured by the Swindon cable cameras for the weekly news programme This is Swindon. We now look back at some of those images, capturing a town in transition, frozen in time, in more Swindon Through the Years. Delving into the Swindon Cable Archive, we're turning back the clock to 1994. Another look at Swindon through the years. It's back to the early 1990s we go, and the massive Honda site at South Marston. These views show the main entrance. The site had been used during the Second World War for aircraft production by well-known names such as Short Brothers and later Vickers Armstrong Supermarine. It was back in 1985 that the former South Marston airfield was sold to Honda as part of their expansion into manufacturing in the UK and Europe, and their plan to build a brand new factory on the outskirts of town. Labelled by Honda as their European flagship factory, employing over 3,000 people to build and export cars to over 70 countries worldwide. Our more modern images reflect the passing of years, with trees, hedges and bushes obscuring much of the original views. The modern views also show the expansion and development of the site, which has continued across the years. This large building was a car park back in 1993. Honda of the UK Manufacturing Limited is the full name of the operator of the Swindon plant that produces over 150,000 cars each year. It's also obvious that today the flow of traffic on the roads around the site is much busier than it's ever been. The site is fully owned by the Japanese motor giant, and Swindon Borough Council has said it wants the site to continue its industrial use and not be sold off for housing. We are now at the South Gate. It's the Honda sign that provides a focal point as we turn back the clock. Across the years, we see that the signage around the South Gate has been completely replaced. In 2015, the company celebrated production of the 3 millionth car at the Swindon site. Incredibly, a new vehicle rolling off the production line every 69 seconds. In February 2019, Honda announced that its Swindon plant would close in 2021, the closure resulting in the loss of around 3,500 jobs. It's a major employer, major brand, and now a major part of Swindon's commercial history. The former airfield, converted into a major factory, is now about to see another chapter in its history, written as the future unfolds. Who knows how things will look in just a few years' time. Here's the modern view of our location as we start our journey back in time. This, of course, is the Cambria Bridge play area, at one time on the banks of the Wiltshire and Berks Canal that ran through the town. Known locally for the colourful mural that covers one side of the playground wall. So, let's turn back the clock And here's the same play area back in 1994. It shows the playground making use of the numerous redundant wooden railway sleepers. And I, as a youngster, remember them constantly leaking oil and creosote, and it covered your hands and clothes. In our modern view, some of those sleepers still exist over 25 years later. In fact, railway sleepers could be found in playgrounds across the town. Not surprising for a railway town. The house in the background is our reference point as we turn back the clock for another glimpse of Swindon through the years. It's interesting to note how through the years playgrounds change, with new play facilities trying to keep up with the needs of modern children. A basketball hoop and skateboard ramps now form part of the playground. But throughout the years, swings and slides have always been a constant. Today, one of the biggest changes, a fresh, colourful mural that runs along one side of the playground wall. At one time, Swindon was a haven for murals, and this one picks out features of Swindon. See how many of the images you can connect with Swindon's historic past. It's certainly a blaze of colour and a credit to all those that worked hard to restore the mural in the very heart of Swindon. Well, a railway bridge seems a strange landmark to focus on as we look back at Swindon through the years. But this one represents one of the many changes that has taken place as a result of the town's continued expansion. In the distance, the old oil storage depot, and to the left, a brand new housing estate. The railway stretches out towards Kemble and onto Gloucester and Cheltenham. A diesel multiple unit hurries towards Swindon Station. As we turn the clocks forward, we see a high-speed train on the restored double-track formation. The images are significant because as we turn back the clock, we see the railway was just single track back in 1994. In fact, the double track was originally removed in a bid to save money on maintenance back in the 1960s. As the town expanded, a new, stronger bridge was needed. Here's a view of the replacement for the original brick bridge. The original bridge enabled Purton Road, a minor route around the town, to be carried across the railway on its route around the outskirts of Swindon. And now, with much increased traffic flowing across it, it's a main route between West and North Swindon. The line between Swindon and Gloucester provides an important alternative route, especially useful when work was taking place to electrify the Great Western Main Line. The work to make this double track once more ironically cost almost £45 million, far more than it would have ever cost to remain open originally. And since the modern images were taken in 2017, even the high-speed train has been replaced with new trains that can operate on electric and diesel power. The route between Gloucester and Cheltenham is as busy as ever. We'll have more Swindon Through the Years coming soon, but in the meantime, please do remember, like, comment and share. We'd like to hear your memories of a changing town. And look out, more Swindon Through the Years coming soon.